Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Salsabila Rima Fatihah. I'm from Mathematics Education in University PGRI Madiun. In here, I will explain about planes geometry. And first, point and lines. The simple objects in plane geometry are point and line. Because they are so simple, it is hard to give precise definition of them. So instead we aim to give students a raw description of their property which are in line with our intuition. A point marks a position but has no size. In practice, when we draw a point, it clearly has a definite width, but it represents a point in our imagination. A line has no width and extends infinitely in both directions. When we draw a line, it has width and it has end, so it is not really a line, but represents a line in our imagination. Give two distinct points A and B, then there is one or and only one line which presses through both points. We use capital letter to refer to point and name line either by stating 2 points on the line or by using small letters such as L and M. Thus, the given line below is referred to as the line AB or as the line L. Give two distinct lines. There are two possibilities. They might either meet at a single point or they might never meet, no matter how far they are extended or produced. Lines which never meet are called parallel. In the second diagram, we write AB sejajar CD. First, there are more points that lie on a straight line are called collinear. Second, there are more lines that meet at a single point are called concurrent. Contain two interval, right and angle. Suppose A and B are 2 points on a line. The interval AB is the part of the line between A and B, include the two endpoints. The point A in the diagram divides the line into two pieces called right. The right IP is the right which contains the point P and the point A. Next, angle. In the diagram, the set region between the right OA, OA and OB is called the angle AOB or the angle BOA. The angle in corner is widened, so we write corner AOB. The set region outside is called the reflect angle, formed by OA and OB most of the time, unless we specify the word reflect. All our angles refer to the area between the right and not outside them. Next, the size of an angle. Imagine that the right OB is rotated about the point O until it lies along OA. The amount of turning is called the size of the angle AOB. We can similarly define the size of the reflect angle. The size of the angle corresponding to one full revolution was divided into 319 equal parts, which we call degree. The probability was 319 since it was close to the number of days in a year. Hence, the size of a straight angle is 118 degrees of the size of right angle is 19 degrees. Other angles can be measured or approximately using a protractor. And first, triangle. Second, a right angle. Third, obtuse angle. Angle at a point until geometric argument. The following reason can be used in geometric argument. First, an adjacent angle can be added or subtracted to angle in a revolution at 316 degrees. A triangle in straight line at 118 degrees. 4. vertically opposite angles are equal. The converse theorem for parallel lines. We have seen that corresponding angles formed from parallel lines are equal. We can write down the converse statement as follows. Statement: if the lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are equal. Converse: if the corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. The converse statement is also true and is often used to prove that two lines are parallel. The same is true in regard to alternate and CO interior angle. Statement: if the lines are parallel, then the alternate angles are equal. Converse: if the alternate angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. Statement: if the lines are parallel, then the CO interior angles are supplementary. Converse: if the CO interior angles are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. Thus, in H diagram, the lines AB and CD are parallel. The material in this module has begun to place geometry on a reasonable systematic foundation of careful defined objects, axioms that are to be assumed, and theorems that we have proven. On this basis, we can develop a systematic account of plane geometry involving: first, Pythagoras theorem; 2. Congruent and congruent triangle; 3. Similarity and similar triangle; 4. Isosceles and equilateral triangle; 5. Specialist quadrilateral, including square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, and trapezium. 6. The geometry of circle. Plane geometry will also be fundamental in many other areas of year 7 until 10 mathematics. First, transformation to 3 until dimensional geometry. 3. Areas and volume. 4. Trigonometry. 5. Coordinate geometry. 6. The graph of circle and parabola. Proof of the three converses. We suppose that the corresponding angles formed by the transversal are equal, and we saw that the lines are parallel. In the diagram, we suppose that corner ABC equal corner BEF. If BC and EF are not parallel, then draw BD parallel to EF. No, since BD and EF are parallel, corner ABD equal corner BEF, and so corner ABC equal corner ABD, which is clearly impossible unless the line BC and BD are the same. Hence, the line BC and EF are parallel. The other proof follow in the same fashion.
Calculus and all its many applications minus and so is crucial in the curriculum.
That's all the explanation about the geometry of the plane for me. If there is anything missing, please let me know. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.